This
So
conference
first,
will
let
now
us
be
create a
recorded.
screen to populate the operator IDs of all the managers. You can do it in two ways as told. You can use, what is that, multi-select control, or you can do it by checkboxes. Let's do it by checkboxes as you told. Here you go. Let me create a document. Creating a new screen to display all the manager operator IDs along with checkboxes. So this is a page list, right? Okay, you can have data page created, something like that also. Okay, this PC and the 595, 595 control and September. Okay, so create a page list in work class. Here you go. Right click on this, create. One minute. In the organization class you create. Because these operator IDs can be accessed anywhere, right? Anywhere you can access these operator IDs. So better you create in property. And what is the name of this? Managers. Managers, organization rule set, and the respective version. Create and framework context. Create and open. Okay, and then page list. What is the class for which this page list should refer to, which is going to hold the operator ID properties? Data admin operator ID. Data admin operator ID. Save this. Completed. So this is about one page list which I am going to use in UI to load the data. Next, create an activity to fetch manager operators and their email addresses also, because I'll be using email addresses later in future. That time I don't create again. So now itself I'll finish that part. So create, what is that, technical activity this page list I will be using in UI. Okay, so what is the name of the activity? Fetch manager operators. Fetch manager operators. Create and open. Here you go now. Managers. This is the browse page. Chapani browse page will get created for which class? Code Pega list. Managers dot px results for which class? Data admin. I'm fetching from operator ID table, right? Data admin operator. Data admin operator ID. So I'm going to browse the data onto managers page. This managers page is different, and managers page you created in work class is different. Okay, and here obj browse. Sorry, obj browse. Expand this page name on which I wanted to fetch the data, managers, and here you go, obj class. What is the obj class? Data admin operator ID. What are the details I want to fetch? Operator ID, py user identifier. Okay, time py user identifier. I want even to fetch access group, py access group. And what is the access group of the managers? Based on managers access group, if you are fetching, you will get manager access group operators. What is our application? SBI, right? SBI managers. This is specifically for manager access group operators. So here you go. You need to choose this is equal to. Okay. So these two data, these two parameters, plus I want to fetch email ID also. What is email ID? Py addresses of email. It will not be available automatically. You have to manually type py email address. I shown you on the clipboard, right, the other day. Py address, this is the column. Simply, even if you don't know before, this is the column where email ID will get stored in the operator table. Py address of email dot py email address. That's it. Okay. So this page list managers dot px results. Each page of px results contains operator ID, their access group, their email address. You can make use of whatever you want. And with the execution of this step, what will be the clipboard structure? Managers dot px results. Add one more step. So I want to copy the data from one page list to another page list. Look at here. So I want to copy the data of this particular page list. Properties set. The page list is managers.px results. This page list I want to assign it to primary.managers, means UI, whatever that I am using in UI. In that page list I will copy. This is temporary one, right? This managers.px, I am copying from there to the one which I have in my UI, which I am going to use into my user interface. Everyone clear? So this can two page lists. If you want to assign entire page list to another page list, you can use directly property set. Property set method will work for single property as well as page list property entirely. Suppose in the target page list, I want only specific pages to be added. Then you will be getting that in the next requirement. Selected managers, anyhow you are going to work on it, right? Then that time you will be getting it. Save, done. Okay, completed. Next, create user interface. Create what? User interface. Create user interface. Right click on this. Create user interface section. What is the name of the section? Like managers. Okay, SBI managers section. Okay, SBI managers section. Create and open. Convert to full section editor. Okay, so what is the layout I need? Table layout. You need a table layout. Table layout. I'm adding a label here. Text. Please select the managers from below list. The next assignment will be routed for the approval to the selected managers. So next assignment will be routed for the approval to the selected managers. That is just for information. Okay. Now here I am going to add one more column on the right side. Two columns I have. One is checkbox and another one is this one. What is the page list? Double click on table layout. So if you double click on table layout, here you can, it is going to ask you the source page list is managers. Source page list is the work class, I mean like SPI class managers. By default, table layout is read only, every column. But here I want to display read only. I want to display manager operator ID is read only, but I wanted to have checkbox editable. Not everything editable, only checkbox editable. So there is no need to go for inline now. I'll tell you. Here you can give row numbers, all that. Add row reordering, column size, row filtering, show details. So like this, there are different options available even in the presentation. Row numbering, display row numbers. If you want display, you can display. Okay, it will display row numbers at runtime that you can see once. Okay, now add the controls. Checkbox. What is the first one? Checkbox here. And what about the next one? Data display. You can choose text. Simply choose text. Okay, this is what we have. Map the controls to properties. So for checkbox, what is the OOTP property we can use? py selected py selected. I don't need to create py selected for checkbox, and here I am going to type the text as select. Okay, and here you go. Now what is the next one? Operator ID value. So operator ID value, if you wanted to display here, what is the property? py user identifier. You can click on more, then you will get it. py user identifier, and this is manager ID. What is this? Manager ID. So you can give, you can see here, you can select a row, entire row, and you can go here and make header is okay. There are inline style means you don't write HTML code. That's not good. Column, any other option? Okay, I'll explain anyhow I came here, right? See, important, secondary, primary, like that we have, right? So go to this one. This is also secondary. See, there are options like primary, secondary. I'll tell you. See, I have 15 columns in a table, out of which I have selected 4 columns as primary, remaining are secondary. Okay, otherwise 4 columns primary, 6 columns secondary, 4 columns other, like this. Why do you need to go with this option? I'll tell you. If I access this particular application where it displays the table in my laptop, all columns will be displayed. Suppose the same if I access in cell phone, then 14 columns it cannot display, right? Then automatically, because you are accessing in a small screen size, right, it will display only primary columns. That is the important columns that you wanted to show up. Okay, so that's just for your information. Do you need add item, delete item here? I am deleting add item, delete. In this place you place a checkbox. Suppose when you place the checkbox here, if I select that checkbox, it has to select all the checkboxes. And say like select all, you can try once. It is very easy. Save, done, completed. Now whenever the screen is displayed, it is going to display all the manager operator IDs which are there on this. Okay, now create a flow action. Flow action. Let me create a flow action. Right click on this, create process. What is that? Flow action. Second, manager. ఏమని ఇచ్చా ఇందాక LIC SBI managers. These are all managers. In future, if new manager adds, automatically that will be loaded. Completed. Okay, next, call the activity. Where should I call the activity? Call the activity. See whenever the screen loads, that time all the managers should be displayed. That means the activity you created, which is fetching managers and adding to UI related page list, correct? That should be running before the screen loads. Where should I call? Pre-processing. In the pre-processing, you call fetch manager operators activity. Save, completed. So whenever the screen loads, automatically it will show up. Okay, here you go now. Hey, where should I told you that I am going to take up a different session, right? Yes. Okay, let's finish this and we will add this into child case type later. As of now, anyhow I created, right? I will add a step in the create stage itself. Okay, I forgot that I wanted to teach you about case management with covers. Okay, for now add the screen into create stage itself, just to show you output. As we have already done it, I wanted to show you output. Later I will remove from here. Okay, later I will be removing from here. I should have done it on some other day actually. What is this? Managers. Call the flow action. You know how to call the flow action, right? Where is that? Organization class, huh? Completed. Create a case and testing. First two screens if you finish, third screen would be this one which we have designed. But that is okay. We will finish the entire requirement. Anyhow, we started, right? We'll finish entire requirement, split for each. Later, we will take all these details from here to child case type. Okay. That would be better. Otherwise, you'll get confused. Continue. I can freshly start from Monday. Anyhow, we started this now. It will be easy for you to better understand. What is that age? Huh? I think everything we routed. Okay. Oh. See here. I'm sorry. I have to tell you one more thing. This is a section, right? One more change I need to make. I told you already, the checkbox should be editable. Checkbox should be editable. Now, make the checkbox editable so that they can select, correct? So double click on checkbox cell. Let me double click on checkbox cell. Let me check out this. So here you can see presentation. By default, edit options auto. I am going to choose what? Editable. I forgot this actually. Then you submit it. Let me try refreshing this. Let's see if it gets loaded. Is it refresh? Go. Editable. So I can select now. Now I can select list of managers. One. I mean, like here the order is different. You can change it if you want to change it. So I selected. You can see page 1, page 3, page 4. Correct. In the page list, I selected which pages? Page 1, 3, 4. Submit this. Go to clipboard. Go to clipboard. You see now, based on this clipboard, our further requirement is going to be built. PY work page. Under that, you have managers. In managers of 1. What is the value of the checkbox? Value of checkbox. On the page list, value of checkbox is true. Second one, why false? I did not select checkbox. So for the selected checkboxes, you have the value of property as true. Based on this, further we are going to write the code. Write down the requirement. You just write down the part of the requirement now as a separate one. Copying the data from one page list to another page list. What is that? Copying pages, copying selected pages from one page list to another page list. This is what we are going to do now. Copying selected pages from one page list to another page list. This is what I am going to do. Okay, write down. Create a new page list for selected managers. Create a new page list for selected managers. Just keep it aside. Only for selected managers purpose, I am creating one separate page list. Okay. So now listen to me once. See, just now I have shown you the screen, right? It will display all the managers with check boxes. Imagine 10 managers are displayed, out of which I have selected 5. In the managers screen, after selecting some of the managers and click on submit, the selected managers should be copied into the above page list. Understand? That is the requirement. Write down. Write the same whatever I told now. When manager's screen is displayed, when manager's screen is displayed, when manager's screen is displayed, comma, when user select some of the managers, when user select, when user selects managers, how they select? By checkbox. When user selects managers by checkbox, and when submit the screen, and when submit the screen, and when submits the screen, full stop. When when submits the screen, selected managers pages, selected managers pages should be copied. Selected managers pages should be copied into above page list. Here you will see that append and all we discussed it, right? Did I tell you current and append? Current, did I tell you current? What is current keyword in page list? What is current in a page list? Did we discuss about current?
Yeah.
Current text, when
Current
loop
index of the
Present current
page
occurrence.
as a
on which the
counter.
loop is running. Similar to current, we have different keywords. I'll tell you, I have a document also, I'll share you. Look at here. Before we proceed forward, look at here. See, you already aware of the keyword current. Imagine there is a loop running. Okay. You know that current keyword is going to get the index value of the current page on which the loop is running. Imagine you have 2 page lists. Imagine you have 2 page lists. Page list 1. Okay, otherwise I'll do right like this. UI managers list. Okay, and other one is DB managers list. The managers which you have retrieved from database, the managers which you are displaying in. Okay, otherwise the same we will choose. Hold on. UI managers list, selected managers list, selected managers list. This is how you have 2 page list. List I am writing because you can understand that this is a page list. I want to copy from UI managers list to selected managers, not by page copy. I want to copy one by one all pages, but I will show you. Imagine loop is running. Loop is running. How are you going to implement this? You are going to do UI managers list of current. Current. I'm sorry. UI managers list of current means current page. First loop, first page will be appended to the managers list here. Append. What is that? Append. So given a condition, let's say condition is py selected equal to true. In this page list, py selected equal to true. Then only it will copy, otherwise it will exit from that loop. So one by one page will be appended. What is the keyword of append? What is the general meaning of append? Suppose I have 2 strings, Harsha, and another string is training. I want to append this. After appending, what is the result? Like this. Maybe if I append space between again, this is how. This is what appending. At the end, you are going to add. Append keyword means you have a page list. Under that, it will add page by page. For example, UI managers list has 10 pages, and selected managers list already has 5 pages. Already by at the beginning itself, this has 10, this has 5. If I append UI managers list to selected managers list, what will be the result of number of pages in selected managers finally? How many will be there?
15. 5 plus
How
10.
many will be there? This already
5
has
plus
5
10.
pages and this already has 10 pages. I am taking each page by page from here and I am appending to selected managers. Appending means it will add, keep on add at the bottom. How many pages will be there finally? 15.
15.
This is what append. Append means it is going to append at the bottom. Increase. So append is going to increment the target page list one by one at the end. Okay, understand? So similar to append, you have something called last. Not similar, I'm sorry. Last. What is the meaning of last?
Last index of the
Last?
list.
Suppose, what is that? Last means? What is your guess?
Last index of the list.
It will append at the end.
If it is appending at the end, already we have append, right? Last page will be replaced. Okay, you are going to copy from this page list to this page list. You mentioned last. Already this has five pages. This has 10. You're taking current page and doing page copy last like that. What will be the final number of pages in this? 5 only. 5. Always the last one will be replaced. Last is not append. Append means keep on incrementing. Last means you want to replace the last one. Okay, you will not do by looping and so many you will not replace. Generally, I'm just telling you as an example. Last means last one will be. You tell me about this. Prepend. What is your guess? See, I'll tell
Adding
you.
in front.
Yeah, this is an empty page list. This is an empty page list. This has 10 pages. For example, if you append, if you are appending, how many pages will be there in this? 10 will be there. The order here 1 to 10 will come here 1 to 10. If you do prepend, what will be the order that you are getting? You will get 10 already. Definitely you will get 10 out of 10 here. But what will be the order? 10 to 1. You will get reverse
In
order.
the reverse order.
Prepend means it is going to add at the top. Prepend always increments the page list from bottom to top. Append top to bottom. Last one will be replaced. Next. What is this? Next. I'll tell you. See, this has 5 pages. First page list has 5 pages. This has 10 pages. Now you are doing a page copy and you mentioned next here. During the first loop, the page from here will be taken and added here. Where? At which position? What is the next to first? Second. It will add at the second place. So next to second time loop, second page it will come, right? Next to second, like that. Between existing 1 and 2, remaining 10 will come. Generally, if you are doing it, generally it will come, but this is not for copy purpose. Copy purpose, you will always come across with append, or maybe worst case prepend sometimes. Next and all will not come into picture in copy. If you want to access the next page, then next keyword. Current page, current keyword. I want to get the index of the next page always. When I start looping, I don't want the first index. I want second index. Then I'll be using next. Understand? Like that. Okay. That is just for your information. And what is that we are trying to work on? So we wanted to copy. After you select and submit, this data will be copied into new page list. Let's create a page list in the organization class. That is where you have everything, right? Right click on this, create data model property. This is the page list which will have only copied pages. I mean like selected pages. This is selected managers list. Selected managers list. Here you go now. Page list. This is also going to hold manager operator IDs, right? But only selected manager operator IDs. Which class it has to refer to? Data admin operator ID. Data admin operator ID. Save this. So now you have 2 page lists. One page list has all the managers. Another page list is empty. From all the managers page list of selected ones, you need to copy. For this, I need to write activity or data transform. Which one is more suitable? Which one is the best practice? You are doing simply a property set, right? Data transform is enough. I'm not browsing or opening anything. Data transform is fair enough. Create a data transform. Data transform to copy selected managers pages from managers list to above page list. Managers list to above page list. That is what I'm going to create a data transform. And here you go. Now SPI in this class create data model, data transform, copy selected managers, copy selected managers. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, here you go. Now you see. So I need to loop through the source page list and add one by one page into target page list. For that, for each paging, okay, for each paging, what is the page list? Managers. For each paging, I can give like this: primary dot managers, so that it will be good. Primary dot managers. From this page list, I will select one by one page. Okay, append to. Here you don't need to use the keyword general append. Okay, you can use append to, means it will add. Append to another page list, but I don't want to append everything. I want to append only selected ones. So what do you need to choose? When condition. I'd be writing condition. So click on expression builder. Expression builder. Browse equals ignore case, equals ignore case. So I am going to choose a function equals ignore case. From where? Primary dot managers of anything current dot py selected comma true. The value of this is true. Then only it should copy. See, your what is this? Expression builder will show error message saying that this is not recognized. The reason why it won't recognize is expression builder cannot understand these keywords. That's why it is showing errors. So don't much bother about it. And then equals ignore case of primary spelling correct. Primary dot managers. Okay, submit. Now this is a, instead of creating condition, I have just written here. It is going to loop through first page. First page, if I did not select, what will happen? It will not go inside. It will come out and proceed forward to repeat the loop. So if it is selected one, then what should I do? Append to. Here there is no page copy. Here append to. Append to which page list? Selected managers list. From where? Just for your better understanding, from an existing page. What is that existing page? Primary dot managers of let's save it. If any error, I'll correct. The same you can also do in activity, right? If you're doing it by activity, you'll use page copy method. Instead of page copy, here I'm using, if you're using page copy, there you'll use append keywords and all. Instead of using append keyword, here you have append to. See, you have two options, append to and append and map to. Did I talk about this before? What is the difference between append to and append and map to? They will ask you in interview. See, append to you will be using for copying from one page list to another page list where two page lists refer to same class. If both page lists are referring to different classes, then you will be using append and map to. Okay. Okay, done. Call this data transform. Where should I call? When this copying should happen? After you select the managers and click on submit, and it is navigating away, you should take the selected managers. So call this data transform where? In the post processing of flow action. In the post processing of flow action. After the screen is displayed, you will select few managers and then submit. After submit only it should copy, correct? There is another control. List to list control. Is it available now or they deprecated? I am not sure. There used to be another control also. Apart from multi-select, there used to be another control. List to list means it will display two lists, left side, right side. Left side, all the data will be loaded. You select, there will be an arrow mark. Click on arrow mark, it will be added to right side. Select second one, click on arrow mark. So selected managers will come on right side. You don't need to write all this logic. Automatically it will go to page list. Is it available now, list to list? I'm not sure. I remember I don't see that. Okay, anyhow, that used to be there. And similar to multi-select, that is also. Multi-select, what is that? Everything will be loaded. Selected one will go into another page list, right? Imagine a window like this is displayed. This is left side list. This is right side list. In between, arrow mark is there. Right side arrow mark, I mean like greater than, less than. You select this and click on greater than, it will be added this side. You select this and click on less than, it will be removed from here and added back to here, like that. That used to be called as list to list control. I think this multi-select is replacement of the same. Oh, okay. Here you go. Open the flow action. Refresh. Where is the flow action? Process, flow action. This is the one. And here you go now. Check out. Action tab. Scroll down. Post processing. In the post processing, I'll be calling this particular data transform. Save. Done. Now create a case and test it. You might be writing the logics like this in your enterprise application development for sure. This type of logic writing and all you need it, but this is not a coding. Okay. Okay, see this screen. So I'm selecting manager 3, I mean like first page, third page, and fifth page. Manager 1, 2, 3. Luckily, all this. How do you sort it? If you want to sort it, you can sort it like this. There is option. Okay. If you want to sort it, you can sort. I have sorted it now. How do you do the sorting when you browse itself? When you browse in the obj browse method, you have chosen all the properties, right? On the right side, you have sort option, ascending, descending. You can just check it once. I'm selecting this way now. 2, 4, 5. 2, 4, 5. Submit. Once you submit, data transform will run. The data transform will copy the data. Clipboard. Where is it? PY work page. You know about managers page. Already I've shown you. Selected managers is the one which you need to deal with. Selected managers of 1, manager 2, manager 4, manager 5. Did we get it properly? Only selected managers we got. Remaining with. So now this is the page list from which I will take the operator ID value and route the next assignment. That will be in split for each. So next assignment should be routed to these 3 managers by using which flow shape? Split for each and subflow concept. Write down business requirement. Working with split for each and subflow. All these technicals I have already explained. Theory part, everything. Working with split for each and subflow. Okay. First point, create a custom screen. Create a custom screen for manager approval process. Create a custom screen for manager's approval, not one person, multiple persons. Create a custom screen for manager's approval. create a custom screen for managers approval. So for the taking approval from multiple managers, that is the meaning. Managers approval, not apostrophe s, normal. Managers approval means multiple managers. Create a custom screen for managers approval. You can write down more than one manager. In braces, you can write down somewhere how many managers. Can be more than one manager. Oh, manager for custom. Then do what? Next level. Okay, you write about this screen. Okay. Okay. Write down. This screen means custom manager approval screen. This screen should be next to all managers screen. This screen should be next to all managers screen. Means all managers screen will be displayed and the next screen will be this one. This screen should be next to all managers screen. What could be the next requirement? This manager approval assignment, write down. This manager approval assignment, this manager approval assignment should get routed. This manager approval assignment should get routed. Routed to whom? Routed to all the selected managers. All the selected managers. This manager approval assignment should get routed to all the selected managers. That is the requirement. To implement this, we will be using one assignment. How do you route it to multiple? It is not possible. Means that should be looped. If you want to loop an assignment, that should be added into one flow. That flow should be called from split for each. I told you, if you are calling any rule with a page reference, the called rule, child rule should be there in the same class as the respective page or page list related class. We'll be doing the same now. I think this cannot be done. I'll explain you this. Hold on. See here. You go to manager approval, OOTB step is there, right? In the manager approval OOTB step, approval flow, cascading and authority matrix and page list. So let's say selected managers list. Now what will happen, you know? What is the approver property? Means routing property. What is the property? PY user identifier. This will have operator ID, correct? PY user identifier. What will happen? This one. When work object reaches this flow shape, this particular step, it will be executed n number of times, where n is equal to number of pages in the page list. And first time when it gets executed, this property will be there on first page, right? For that operator, it will be routed. Second time it is executed, this property will be there on second page with operator ID, second operator, third operator, fourth operator, fifth operator. It will be routed to n number of operator IDs that are there in n number of pages of this page list. Same requirement we are implementing now. We are doing everything manually without using this flow shape. We are creating our own screen. So the intention behind doing this manually without going for this. Suppose if you do manually, will you be able to do this easily or not? This part you will be able to do easily. So the intention is, I want you to learn about split for each flow shape, because this is for approval. This is okay. Approval plus routing. Okay. But split for each not only for approval plus routing. We are doing similar requirement using split for each. The concept of split for each is calling a flow which runs multiple times. In a flow, you can have assignment shape, or you can have utility shape, or you may have anything else. You have an activity called in utility shape. Activity runs multiple times. It is not about routing part. But this shape is for specifically routing to multiple people. Option is there. The same requirement we are implementing by using split for each. Other than that, anything else also you can call. Okay. So that is the idea and intention. And we have only 10 minutes. Even if we start now, we cannot finish. Let me know if you have any questions. Because I don't want to just do partial thing. that will start on Monday. I told you, right? For your batch, it is okay. We will be able to finish on time going through the regular days as of now. And again, any more holidays, I think going forward, it is holiday season, right? Next few months and all. Dasara, Deepavali, many different festivals, right? Any holidays are there in between? Any festivals nearby? When will be the next festival? October? 1 month is there, no problem. Okay. Then that will not impact. If within next week we have any festival, that will impact actually. That won't impact anything much. Okay. So any doubts, any questions that you have? I'll tell you the requirement. Hold on. Why we need to wait? Here you go. Just give me 1 minute, please. I told you one requirement, right? See, just we'll discuss now itself. In this screen, if I am going to add one more checkbox here, the checkbox property is select all. Property name is select all. That's it. If this checkbox is selected, all below should be selected. If this checkbox is unchecked, all below should be unchecked. This is the requirement. How do you implement it? Think about it now itself and tell me the solution. You understand the requirement, right? If I click on this checkbox, all this should become true. If I uncheck the checkbox, all this should become false. How to implement this?
Using
We
data
can
transfer
data
property.
transfer.
On click of checkbox, what would you be doing? Step by step, you tell me. Once this particular checkbox is clicked, what should happen as a first step?
We'll be creating a data transform and calling that in
You
the
will be
action.
calling it data transform. Okay. What are the steps you write in the data transform?
We'll be looping through the the user manager list,
You will be
UI
looping
manager
through
list,
this page list and then do what?
and setting the PY selected as in true.
PY selected to true. Done.
Yeah.
But there should be a condition. It's not that on click means you might be clicking for selecting or you might be clicking for unchecking, correct? So you do this loop and then set okay, but there is a condition. What is the condition for setting to true?
PY
When
select
PY
all should be
selected,
true.
Not PY selected. PY selected is this property. This property is select all. On click, you run a data transform, verify the when condition. If select all is equal to true, then loop and set all the properties, all this PY selected to true. Else set PY selected to false. That's it. You implement it by yourself. What was the question that female resource was trying to ask?
In the manager approval, we have the cascading and authority matrix. So is it the alternate to the split for each flow?
That is not alternate to split for each. That is the concept of split for each being used in that. That is not alternate. Split for each has more than this, right? Split for each, it is very simple. Split for each is going to loop the flow. Inside flow, you may have approval. Inside flow, you may have utility. Inside flow, you may have anything else. Manager approval is only routing to manager, getting approval screen. That will be loop. That is again split for each. Okay, now look at here. Allow invocation from browser requires authentication to run. See, requires authentication to run. What does it mean? The activity that you are calling, it must be running on an authenticated profile, meaning that there should be operator ID, there should be access group, and through that only it should be executed. Without that, it won't. If I uncheck this, to execute this activity, we don't need any specific authentication profile separately. Like you log in as an operator, you'll have operator ID, you'll have access group and all, it will be executed. There are sometimes, suppose you are calling an activity from web service, unauthenticated web service. You have an unauthenticated web service, there is no username, password, all this. Then how this will get executed the activity? There is no authentication details, right? That time you need to uncheck the checkbox generally. Okay. So otherwise, if you want more meaningful information, it is very simple. Okay, code pega security classes and all not required. Just a simple way. Authentication to run means this should be executed through an access group. No authentication to run means there is no need of username, password, access group, all that. It will run independently without that credentials and all. Okay. Any other questions?
Harsha, I have two questions. So, general questions actually regarding the classes. In the data transform, we are using append and map to, right? So that is for different classes page list. So does this classes needs to have any kind of inheritance? Suppose we are having two
Yes.
classes.
Otherwise, how it will happen? There should be inheritance in the sense, okay. See, just imagine two page lists are there. Page list 1, page list 2. Two are two different classes. Okay. Page list 1 to XYZ class, page list 2 ABC class, for example. Okay. If you're doing this, page list 1 can hold only XYZ properties. Page list 2 can hold only ABC properties. If you're going to append and map to, is there any possibility that these properties can be hold on page list 1, page list 2 properties? There is no possibility. There should be inheritance relation also. Inheritance relation is there, then only it can hold, otherwise it cannot hold. This concept is called merging. You are merging two page lists where these pages properties are not matching, but this property should be there somewhere in the higher level.
Okay.
Otherwise it doesn't work out.
Okay.
Okay.
And one more.
In the activity, if you want to do append and map to, there is a method called page merge. You just check it once, it will be there. Next.
Yeah, one more question. So as a vehicle insurance class, we have, suppose if we have another class of A class and B class are there. So we have some properties in A class, and if we want to refer that in the B class, suppose.
Means
Can we?
same level of classes or
Yeah.
inheritance is there?
No. Work hyphen vehicle insurance is there, right? Similar to that, work hyphen some kind of insurances.
Health insurance. Yes.
Yeah, health insurance. So work
You want
hyphen
to
vehicle.
access the properties of vehicle insurance into health insurance or vice versa, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
So can we declare that class in pages and classes of vehicle insurance and use those properties?
Give me a minute.
Okay.
See, actually, if you have any such requirement, first the practices you'll create in the higher classes. But the question is, okay, leave about higher classes. You want to access from, you have A-B, A-C. From C to B or B to C, you wanted to access.
Yes.
So if you're going to define C class in the rule of B class and define a page and try to save it, usually it will throw error message when the rule sets are not matching. If rule sets are matching, then okay. Okay. Otherwise, you will get an error message saying that rule sets that you are getting right, it is not recognized. Something like that message you will be getting.
Okay. But here we are referring to classes, right? Not rule set, right? Both are in same rule set, suppose.
Class is there in a rule set, right? Class will be there associated with the rule set and version. If you try to refer any other rule set related class which is not matching in the hierarchy, it will throw. If it is there in hierarchy, then it won't throw.
Okay.
Next.
So if both are there in same rule set, we can refer that property.
Both are of same rule set, or one is child rule set, another one is parent rule set related. Here child rule set related rules you can refer, no issues. In the application, I told you, right? Application rule set hierarchy. Top level can be accessed at bottom level rule set rules. Okay. That is matching, then okay. Otherwise, no.
Okay.
Someone has posted a question in YouTube. I meant to answer. There are two assignments. If I submit assignment 1, assignment 2 also should get submitted. How to achieve this? Is that the same question that someone was asking? From your batch, I think, or other batch. Who was that posted? From your batch only, right? Ruchi, I think. Okay, that is the question they have posted. There are two assignments, assignment 1, assignment 2. If I submit assignment 1, assignment 2 should also get submitted. How do you implement it? Are you there? Ruchi Agarwal. చెప్పండి. First assignment you submit, second assignment should get created plus it should get submitted immediately. How to achieve this? Is that the question? The manager activity we created property set, right? Instead of that you can use page copy. Instead of that you can use page copy, loop through and append, copy from current append you can do, but property set will be done easy. Okay, I think that is the question. Think about it and tell me. Okay, we will wind up for today. We'll continue tomorrow. I'll be sharing the documents in next 15 minutes. I have to free up the space. Thank you.